Yes, so welcome to Vasilis Garden, folks. It's been a wet day today, so I haven't done any gardening in the veggie garden, but I thought I'd come out and have a quick look and see how everything's progressing, how everything's faring, considering the birds have noticed me doing my work out here, and most times than not, they get out here and dig up all the mulch and even chop down the veggies. And here we've got the spinach, not spring onions, spinach, and some red cos lettuce. Beautiful, sitting really well. You can see the mulch is super wet, so the rain's done its job. We're just going to go for a quick tour and see how everything else is going. Let me show you this one too. This stinks to the high heavens. This is we actually got no mulch at the bottom of this one here. I've just tipped out all the old chicken manure bags and cow manure bags that I got in here, and a broken bag of compost, and God, it stinks. I can smell it. It's just fermenting because all the rain's been going into it, so it's going to break down. Then we're going to top dress that with straw later on, and then we're going to put our planting mix and compost on top. Let's see how the soil's going in underneath, because these are the beds that we had dehydration going on, a lot of dehydration. All right, so we're going down here, and it is nice and moist. So that's the cocoa pith underneath. That was dry as a bone. I haven't gone all the way down, but it is moist. So the rain's helped a lot, and obviously the hydration that we've given it on top. So the planting mix and the compost that we've added has done a wonderful job. And water makes things grow. And wet mouths. Hey, he's licking my hand. He's just come for attention. All right, that's enough. Go. Okay, look at this. Look, what do you want? Oh, the tickles. The rocket's taken off, folks. A little bit of water and everything grows. I haven't finished planting it, obviously, but you can see the size literally overnight. I pulled these carrots out. I was going to plant them again, but don't worry about it. They're going to go. Beetroot's doing well. This is yellow beetroot. It's only a young one. Let me get that weed out. Right, so that's a yellow beetroot, yellow bulb, globe. Parsley, well, we know that grows like a weed, so this is going to take off. Come back in a couple of weeks' time with a little bit of warm weather, because we've got some warm weather coming on. That's going to be jumping out of the ground. This was also dry. Let's have a look. Let's see if it's still dry underneath. All right, there's our planting mix on top. Let me get down underneath here. All right, this is down into the dry area. Yep, a little bit dry right at the bottom. You can see that, but we're actually moist in that area. So I've gone almost down to the bottom. It's not very deep. It's only 30 centimeters deep, and I got down to about 17, almost 20 centimeters, folks. And that's where I touched into with a bit of the dry area. So I'm not too worried, because it's going to rain, we're going to water, and slowly, this moisture will work its way down to the base. So, and these roots aren't anywhere near there yet. So don't worry. I'm talking to myself. Don't worry. The hothouse is doing okay. The plants need another water. They're starting to curl. They're actually looking worse off in there than they are out here. Look at these. These are super dark. I have them mulched here, and I need to. These aren't going to die on me or anything like that, but, and I'm thinking, yeah, they need water. But then again, look at the continental cucumber. 1, 2, 3, 4 cucumbers on there. Bloody hell. This is the first bed we prepared where the tomatoes were. Puppies, behave now. This is Kara. We all know Kara. Hello, Kara. And Vader, the tormentor. Stop. Stop. Look what he does to her. Just, okay, have a drumstick. Get him. Get him. See the 360s he does? He's amazing. And he's about 60 kilos plus. Anyway, back to the veggie garden. We planted this out first out of all the beds. I mean, we've got other veggies going already, but as a new bed, you're looking at some kale. That's carrots there. That's not kale, that is cauliflower. That's coming across here. And then we've broken it up with some broccoli over here. And I'm just having a look, like I said earlier, the birds get into them. You know, they love to dig this garden up because of the mulch, but they haven't done so far. Cabbage over here, holding well. This one's taken off a beauty, holding its shape there. All the leaves are still intact. Maybe a little bit eaten over there. Can't tell yet if it was a snail, slug, or caterpillar, or even a bird. But I did notice one just before. It's been eaten. So that's the cos lettuce. You can see it's been eaten. The stem is still in there. I'm just going to jump over. Have a look. Look at that. See, that's the bottom of the plant there. These are the leaves that got chopped off. They didn't break off for any other reason other than the fact that some little pest has come along and snipped them off. Hasn't even bothered to take them away. Just cut them off to the ground there like that and leave them there for me to look at and get upset about. So we're just going to push the mulch back around it carefully and just carefully disguise it so they can't see it. All the others are doing really well. This is a red coral. I can't remember, is it? Yeah? Or, yeah, it is. So they're all good. All good, all good, all good. We've got some dandelions coming up again. Somebody's come along and dug here. This is what you've got to do when you're in your veggie garden. You've got to go around and inspect and suss out who's been in there, whether it's a bird, rodent or other, and see what sort of damage they've done. So that's all been dug away there. We want to mulch it back over again like this. Now, the chives, I forgot to cut them down. These have to be cut back down. That's why they're still wilted like that. So they've got to be cut, and if you've done the same thing, folks, make sure you cut them down. All good. Everything healthy. Marisi. Now, thinking about what's going on here, what we are going to do, and we're just going to do a couple of things as far as protection from the birds and the rodents. It's not going to be 100%, folks, but it's going to be a deterrent. So we've got the chicken wire around here, and it's been quite successful. This garden bed hasn't been replanted. Parsley's gone to seed, don't worry about that. We had tomatoes in here. So we're going to put the chicken wire again like this around it, the whole perimeter. But the upright posts, the bamboos, we're going to cut them flat to the ground, or not to the ground, to the top of the wire. Make sure they're in the ground nice and sturdy, deep enough so they don't wobble around, and keep it nice and tight. And then over the top, try and stretch out the wildlife bird netting, which is here. We may need to put a prop up in the middle so it doesn't sag too much, but we only need it there for a couple of weeks, and I really don't have to go in there to do any sort of maintenance. So for the first 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, like they've already done a week here, we can cover it and not have to travel in there, and that way we've got it protected, give the plants a chance to set their roots, they don't get chopped back and constantly pruned, and then we can remove it all, leave the framework, and then just step over it and get our work done. And this bed here, folks, is the next one we're going to plant up. So next time you see me, we'll be preparing this bed. We've got irrigation in this one, which is the complete form. It's all framed up properly on the outside, but we'll go into detail with that on the next episode. And we've got the leftover seedlings from the other planting. So sit back, relax, and wait for the exciting adventure of preparing another raised garden bed. And let's test the soil out underneath and see what's going on as well. Check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. Our Papu coupon code expires at midnight, folks. Take advantage of that, and the refill collection pack has been going like hot fire. Everybody's been buying it, and it's great because you're saving a couple $100 and getting it delivered inclusive of the price. So at vasilisgarden.com, everything you need every day at well discounted prices. From me, Vasili, Maresi.